Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. After cooking the great historic chicken biryani on my last YouTube video, I had loads of requests from people saying, Billy, can you please cook some more of them authentic, awesome dishes? Today I chose for you a Palak Gosht, aka lamb saag, one of Asia's finest authentic dishes. Over here I've got some beautiful spices, some fresh spinach, beautiful tender lamb, other key ingredients. I'm Chef Bilal, this is my kitchen, this is my lamb saag. The first thing I need to do for this authentic dish is to make a spinach puree. I'm going to chop an onion and chop the garlic. Now I need a pan. I'm going to need some oil. About 2 tablespoons of oil should do. The garlic and the onion must go in. Over here we have some frozen spinach, 1 kg of it also must go into the pan. We must fry this for a couple of minutes. A beautiful green color coming out of the pan. A nice beautiful garlic smell. Once this is ready, we're now going to blitz it in our blender. We're going to add just under half pint of water to this. Make sure it's nice and fine, make sure it's properly blended. I am now going to check, make sure the puree is nicely done. This is the texture that you need, nice and fine. You can also use the stalk if you wish to do so, but I reckon this is the perfect authentic way of doing this whole dish. The spinach puree is now ready and I'm going to use this later. Now I'm going to start off with the main part of the dish, which consists an onion chopped. Make sure it's nicely finely diced. We are going to be using a nice wok style bowl today. Make sure it's nice and hot. We're going to be adding some oil, roughly about 4 tablespoonfuls. Once the oil is nice and hot, we're going to infuse it with this beautiful garam masala. Look over here, we have some star leaves, some cinnamon stick, 1 bay leaf, some cloves and some panch phuran. We're now going to be adding our onions, which we finely chopped earlier on. Make sure you put the heat on a bit simmer. Keep stirring all the way through. Make sure you concentrate on your dish. At this stage, we're going to be using some ginger and garlic. About 4 tablespoons of ginger and garlic must go in there now. Both 50-50 consistence mix. Over here we have just under a tablespoonful of salt. We're now going to be using beautiful piece of lamb, finely chopped on the bone. Make sure if you do cook it on the bone, it's nice and tender. Absolutely awesome. This smells absolutely beautiful. We're now going to be using at least 2 pints of water. First pint must go in now. I'm going to add a pint of water to this after I put the puree in. keep this cooking, the lid on, so the lamb gets tender and it reduces all the water. I'm gonna give it a good 15 minutes until I get on to the next stage. After 15 minutes of it being reduced, we now have the broth all going nice and thick. Now, at this stage, we are now going to be putting 2 tablespoonfuls of this beautiful tomato puree. This must now go in. This tomato puree will give it a nice, vibrant, beautiful red color. And the flavor it adds, it's great as well. At this stage, make sure your heat is nice and reduced. We do not want to burn the lamb. We do not want to overcook the lamb either. So make sure the heat is nice and reduced. Over here, we have some beautiful spices. Yeah, mixed spices there. Some chili powder, some key garam masala, some turmeric powder. This must all now go into the dish. Give it a good mix. Now once it's fully reduced, I'm going to put our beautiful spinach puree in the dish. واحد كسلان وخايش بالثاني وايد زين الاول يقول لي نام واكل ومكانك زين والثاني يقول اطلع وين ما وهبك وين ما اعرف اقتنع بمنه اخلي مين انسان فاشل في جهه ما مني اثنين بس احمد ربي على رضا الوالدين لان هذا سر النجاح وابصم لك مرتين احاول We're now going to add 1 pint of water. كثر ما اقدر ابتعد عن الدسات احب الناس تحبني وتقول كلك حركات Give it a good mix. قول لي اي عليك سلامات Over here we have some beautiful fresh bullet chilies, some freshly chopped corianders, absolutely beautiful. It'll give it a nice zingy flair. In it goes. Keep stirring. Make sure you're always near the dish. Look at all the beautiful green color. This would be an awesome dish for Popeye. At this stage, I'm going to be now adding some beautiful clarified butter ghee just to give it a nice shine on top. About 2 tablespoonfuls. You can now see the dish nice and shiny, very authentic, looks absolutely awesome, guys. Now at this stage, guys, we must put the lid on, let it cook, let all the flavors get into the lamb, let the spinach work its magic. At this stage, we just wait patiently, make sure it's cooked perfectly. After 1 hour 30 minutes of cooking, this historic Palak Gosht aka lamb saag is now ready to be served. This looks absolutely beautiful, smells absolutely delicious. Over here I have some fresh spinach leaf which I'm going to beautifully decorate on top. Over here I have some red onions finely chopped which I fried earlier, which I'm going to serve right on top. And I have a beautiful fresh coriander, sprinkle it on top. And there you have it, guys. Asia's finest authentic dish, Palak Gosht aka lamb saag. This is one of the finest dishes you get in Asia. Absolutely beautiful, green. It's absolutely lean machine. Enjoy. Brilliant.